Hello friends, as you know we just got a trailer and there are some things that I always do whenever I buy a new trailer. This might be helpful to those of you that are getting a new trailer and want to be ready. Make sure you have everything ready to go when you hit the road full time. So we bought our trailer 24 hours ago. Most of these things will apply to a Class A, B, C, travel trailer, Airstream, all those things. But every rig is a little bit different, so there will be some differences. So this is what we need to do, in my opinion, to get it ready for full-time living. In 2 weeks we leave, and right now it's bone stock. Here we go. There's some welding to do. My frame is made by Lippert, who makes like 80% of all RV frames, and they have known issues of cracking and breaking and twisting, and especially when we go off-road a lot, we want to prevent those. So you can fix them once they've cracked and broken, or you can prevent that from happening. So I'm going to be plating my frame. I need to get some measurements, buy the metal, cut, prep, and fit plates, grind off the stock gussets, weld the new plates on, add gussets, and paint. I'm also going to beef up the spring hangers. These are another weakness of the Lippert frame. Whenever you turn with a trailer or a fifth wheel or anything like that, the tires put a ton of torsional stress on the frame, and most frames aren't handled for that. It's really sad in the RV industry how poorly things are made. And I'm not just saying that because that's the trendy thing to say. They're really poorly made, and there are some RVs that should not be on the road. If they were vehicle manufacturers, they would never pass a safety inspection. So I'm going to reinforce my spring hangers. I need to get measurements, buy metal, align the axles, weld the hanger support, and paint that. I was going to add tank straps under my tanks, but I think it's actually pretty good and not needed in my case. Alright, wheels and tires. Most RVs come with the cheapest wheels and tires you can get. Wheels, not a big deal, but tires are a big deal when you live full-time. It's if your tires are not well built, and they're the cheapest ones that the manufacturer could throw on so they could get that low selling price, a lot of trailers have blowouts while they're towing them on their first outing, when they tow them home from the dealership. So you need to be real careful. Trailer tires are usually rated for 55, maybe 65 miles per hour. A lot of people don't know that. They get it behind a big, strong diesel, tow it at 85 miles an hour. The tires can't handle it. It blows apart, tears up the side of your RV, and can cost thousands in repairs. So sadly, every time I buy an RV, I end up replacing the tires immediately. So I've got to decide what size I want. The 215/85/16 size is what a lot of big trucks like Super Duty Fords and big Rams and big 1-ton trucks use, and it's a very common size, and a lot of fifth wheels run it as well. You just have to make sure it'll fit on your trailer. I'm not sure if I want to go that big. I'm still trying to decide, but that's what I got to do, is decide on wheels and tires. Also, a lot of trailers in our size come with 15-inch rims. The tires that match with 15-inch rims are usually rated for pretty low weight, like 1,800 to 2,200 pounds each. So if your trailer's ever going to get more than 4 times 2,200, more than 8,800 pounds, you're going to need bigger tires that are rated for heavier weights and higher speeds. So the bigger 16-inch rim tires are usually rated for heavier loads, but you need to check that when you buy tires. Also, there are trailer tires and ST tires, which are specialty trailer tires, which a lot of people love, but I like running LT, light truck automobile tires. There's pros and cons to each. I don't have time to go over those, but you can research it and see which one you want to do. So I need to order the wheels and tires. I need to order some dynamic wheel balancers. You've seen those in our past videos. Those are constantly balancing the tire, so if it picked up a rock or something, or a chunk tore off, or I lost the weights, it will still balance itself. That prevents the chassis from just rattling itself to death and rattling your cupboards apart and developing these oscillations. And so I think it's definitely worth the $200 to put those on your trailer. I also need to order steel valve stems to run my aftermarket TPMS on that. The TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system, will measure temperature and the pressure of each tire individually. A lot of times somebody's wheel bearing will be going out, and the way they catch it is it heats up and that tire gets hot and they're able to stop and check it before something catastrophic happened. Then I need to swap and install my wheels and tires. Other things I need to do. I need to decide on whether I want a generator or solar with massive solar and massive battery. It's a big decision. I'm not sure what I want yet. Most toy haulers come with a generator. Ours didn't, because it was a bottom of the barrel super cheap one. And I got to decide, do I want a generator? Yes or no. It's probably the cheapest short-term option to be able to boondock. So we might get a cheap little generator. I'm a little bit worried about theft. And it's kind of a pain to keep topping off the fuel tank every day, but we'll see. I also don't love the noise and the pollution of generators. I prefer a huge solar array with great batteries, but we got to see. I need to research how to attach solar panels to a rubber roof. I know how to do it to fiberglass or an Airstream, but not to a cheap roof like mine. I need to pick an inverter. I will want probably 2,000 watts. I'm interested in the Tesla batteries. I need to do a little more researching there. They're quite cheap, but they take some more engineering on our side to figure out. LiFe PO4s, lithium ions we had before were great, but crazy expensive. And 6-volt Trojans might be all we need if we get a generator. I'd like to replace the jack, and I need to get a jack foot at the bottom that extends, that allows it to go more, because our trailer's lifted, it doesn't quite reach the ground. I need to get levelers, locks, hoses, etc., a 30 amp adapter, 15 amp adapter, 50 amp adapter. We sold all that with our last Airstream and gave it to the last guy, so he was ready to go, and we need to rebuy all that. I need to register the vehicle and insure it. Interior, I need to order a mattress. The mattress that came with it is garbage. I wouldn't even camp on that mattress. We need to order a beddies. I need to recalk the tub and shower. I need to find a large screen. That's not a large screen TV. That's a big screen we can hang in the back when we open the toy hauler door. I need to order some office chairs. I need to find an electric heater. Propane heaters that come on these are cool, but they burn through propane and battery so fast. So we're going to try to experiment with an electric heater. Now, I've got a little bit of a grievance here. I've been researching a lot of these heaters, and people that we love that have YouTube channels as well will have titles that say, the best electric heater, and they'll share the one that they have. My problem with clickbait titles like that is, unless you've tried 20 plus electric heaters, you don't know that yours is the best. You're just saying it's the best, so people will click on your title and you'll get views and get ad revenue. So I know it's tempting to have clickbait titles, but please give us accurate titles. If you haven't tested a whole bunch of different things, don't tell me it's the best. All right, rant over. I want to add more outlets and plugs to the inside. Anything blue can wait before we leave. Anything yellow is something Tess is handling. Everything black is something I'm handling. I need to sell the stock seats and the couch in there. I don't need them. I won't be using them. I need to glue some trim down that's falling apart. I want to build some things inside. I need to build another wardrobe. I could either go to IKEA or custom build something. I might want a gear closet for our hiking gear, camping gear, mountain bike gear. I want to build a desk for 2. We have a dinner table that we want from IKEA that's really cool. We'll show you that later. We need to build a crib for little Dusty, our little girl. I would like to build some overhead cabinet extensions to hold really lightweight stuff like our 2-pound sleeping bags. I might want to put a workbench in one day, but these blue things can wait. They don't need to happen before I leave. I definitely need to have bike mounts so we can put our bikes inside. I would like some under bed access. So right now, under the queen bed inside, you can only access it from the outside. I'd like to be able to access that storage from the inside, so I need to add a door. And I'm curious about raising the bed. If you raise the bed, you can get way more storage space underneath, and I don't need like 10 feet of headroom above my bed. You look at all the tiny houses, they all raise their beds super high into like a loft bed because they can fit stuff under it. So I might do that. Unfortunately, a lot of times there's a window in the bedroom, and that kind of dictates how high you can go. I guess you could build higher than the window, but I don't want to. Like I said, you don't need to do all this stuff, but it might give you an idea of, oh, I should probably do that before I hit the road. Exterior, I want to remove most of the decals. That can wait. That's just a personal preference thing. I hate all the decals, especially on toy haulers. I want to inspect the roof. I've never been up there. I just want to see what everything's like. Our trailer was cheap because it had been sitting on the dealer lot for 7 months, and it was in St. George where it gets up to 120 degrees in the summer. So that thing has sat on a lot. baking for months and months, and so all the caulking could be dried up. I need to take a look at that. I need to notch the screen door because the guy that installed it did an awful job and the screen door doesn't actually close. I need to grind the threshold and fix the stairs that we paid him to install. He was nice, but in a hurry and didn't really have time to make it the way I needed it to work. I need to order, what does this say? High clearance stabilizers. Oh, okay, cool, yeah. Because we had the dealer put a spring over lift on it, that was something I was going to have to do that used to be on this list, but we don't have time and I just paid them to do it. So they put the springs from underneath the axle to on top. That raised it 4 inches, but now none of our jacks reach the ground, so I need to order some higher clearance jacks. Need to install them. I need to get a toolbox for the tongue. That was really cool having that on the Airstream, just a little box up front that I could put straps and blocks and wheel chocks and stuff in. I want to get a toolbox for the tongue. I would like to get a 4G booster again and mount it. So that is everything that we want to do in the next 2 weeks to get our trailer road ready. The tires are an absolute must. What else is an absolute must? I think getting the stabilizer jacks and everything so it can reach the ground really well is an absolute must. Getting all the little hoses and locks and levelers and bubbles and all that stuff, that's pretty necessary. So when you get a new RV, be careful. You think, hey, this is ready to go. I can go have an adventure in it. A lot of people can, but a lot of people go out and things break in the first week or they were never hooked up correctly. Right now I'm trusting my dealer that did the inspection, that they inspected everything and that they got it working, and that it's not going to be up to me that I find out the water heater doesn't work or the hot and cold were reversed or something. It's really a shame how poorly RVs are built, and it's sad how much work we have to do to get them ready just to work the way they should have worked, like reinforcing the frame and swapping out tires and all sorts of things like that, like replacing a mattress that nobody in their right mind would ever want to sleep on. And kind of where I'm at, like our RV was under $30,000. For $50,000, we could get one that's better insulated, that's got a little bit better build quality, but I don't feel like it's $20,000 better. So what I did was I bought a cheaper one, knowing I'd have to do some of this stuff, and I'm willing to do it, to get it to where the $50,000 ones are, and maybe even a little bit better with just a little bit of elbow grease on my end. Anyway, that's what we need to do. We got a lot to do. Hopefully this helps you if you got a new RV and you think, oh, I hadn't thought of that, or maybe I do need to do that, maybe I don't. This won't be a comprehensive list for everyone, but it's meant to jog your memory and help you think what you might need to do and plan ahead to do this, because some of these things take weeks and weeks and weeks to order, and you can't just buy your rig and then go down to Camping World and buy everything in one day and have it ready to go. It doesn't always work like that. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve from The More We Explore. Stay tuned as we modify this trailer and get it ready for living on the road full time.